Daber b'nei Yisrael v'yichuli Truma. At the beginning of our parsha, Hashem tells Moshe Rabbeinu to announce to Klal Yisrael that now we're going to begin the process of building the Mishkan, and the first step is to assemble the materials necessary. V'yichuli Truma. The word v'yikhu is a very strange word. What does it mean when one collects donations, when one collects the different materials necessary for the Mishkan? In what sense is v'yikhu the proper verb? I would have expected that Hashem would say, Deber b'nei Yisrael v'titnu li truma. You will give me a donation, or you will donate for me, v'tarmu li, or you will collect for me a donation. What does this verb mean? You will take for me a truma, that the donations are somehow taken for me. What does that word mean? We find at least two mahalchim in Mefarshim, each one of them significant in its own way. One possibility, and this is adopted by the Beis Halevi, is a very important idea. The Beis Halevi says that when one donates money to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when one gives, as it were, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, really one is taking for himself. The real riches a person has in this world are those that he gives to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Everything that one owns, if one spends it on his own needs, even important things, the person uses his money to buy a house, to buy food, to support his family, all the important things that a person needs in this world, as it's true that they're important, but insofar as they're used for chulin, important chulin, but chulin, he does not, as it were, take them with him to Olam Haba. They're not ultimately his. However, that which a person gives to tzedakah, that which a person gives to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that money which a person invests directly in Avodas Hashem, v'yichuli, you're taking it, take it. You're putting it in your own pocket. You take money out of your pocket and put it right back in your pocket. By giving it to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's how you make it yours. That's how you make a true kinyan. An eternal kinyan on one's assets are done through giving it to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's one possibility. Rav Hirsch has an alternative explanation. Hirsch says, V'yichuli Truma. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling us that, yes, the donations are meant to be given to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The word V'yichlu, though, does not refer to those people who are sending the donation into the Mishkan, not the donators, but rather the vehicle refers to Klal Yisrael acting in a different role. Klal Yisrael acting in a role of receiving on behalf of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'yichuli, when people bring their donations to the Mishkan, there's going to be a treasurer, there's going to be a whole agency for receiving the donations, for receiving the materials, categorizing them, sending them to the right place. That involvement of Klal Yisrael, of receiving a donation, HaKadosh Baruch Hu is saying, you're my shaliach. I'm appointing you as my shaliach. You're going to be my agent to receive, to take in the donations on my behalf. So V'yichlu refers to Klal Yisrael's capacity to serve as HaKadosh Baruch Hu's shaliach, to receive on his behalf. This idea of Rav Hirsch is very powerful. HaKadosh Baruch Hu is telling us at the very, very, very beginning of the Asiyas HaMishkan that in the process of building the Mishkan, and this idea will continue throughout the Avodas HaMishkan, Klal Yisrael adopts a new role. Klal Yisrael adopts a role not only of serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu, but of representing HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We have the capacity to be HaKadosh Baruch Hu's representatives in a physical world. The capacity to receive physical donations on his behalf. This is a capacity of Klal Yisrael we see in other places as well. Right now in Yeshiva, we're learning the Sugya of Ger Katan, the Sugya of Gerus, and one of the aspects of Gerus, which is crucial, is a Gerus must happen in front of a Bezdin. The Beis Halevi explains in Parshas Lech Lecha that the role of Bezdin at a Gerus is to act as HaKadosh Baruch Hu's agents to accept the ger into the bris with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. HaKadosh Baruch Hu told Avram Avinu, I'm making a bris with you, but I'm not only making a personal bris with you, I'm making a bris with you, a covenant with you, an eternal legacy with you, that you will, in the future, you will have the capacity to accept more people into that bris. I'm appointing you as my agent to accept more individuals, those who want to take upon themselves, Ol Malchus Shamayim, who want to be nichnas tachas kanfei Shechina, they're going to come through you. You're going to hold the door open for the future Gerim. We see this capacity of Avram Avinu and ultimately of Klal Yisrael to serve as HaKadosh Baruch Hu's representatives in this world. So in our parsha V'yichuli Truma, we see two ideas. Number one, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us the opportunity to take from our nechasim and give them, as it were, to ourselves. To give them to ourselves. That when we donate, when we give to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we're ultimately taking for ourselves. We are making an eternal investment in ourselves. And number two, we see that HaKadosh Baruch Hu, when He invests us with the capacity to take on His behalf, He makes us His representatives in this world, and He charges us with the mission of being His shlichim to this world. Have a wonderful Shabbos.